Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Young God with a quick little tutorial video on NBA 2K15. It's about my league. Now, this is mainly made for players that love my league as much as I do. I love having a decent league, stuff like that, certain players, and I like my league realistic. So in this tutorial, I will show you how to make a realistic my league settings, like with the settings, so it could play somewhat like how the NBA is in real life. And I'll explain on why I make my league like this. So first, you want to go to my league. Want to just probably create a new my league. You could use your old my league if you want. That's up to you. But me, I start over brand new, fresh, because that's how the settings are set off right in the beginning. So you want to just start off with something like that. So first, you want to do franchise. So when you do franchise, it go on for probably like 70 years, I think, 70 or 50 years, something like that. But anyways, you can use custom roster if you want. If you have a decent little custom roster you want to do, like if you don't like using real NBA players, you like using created players or whatever like that, you do that. I don't touch that though. So anyway, you go down, keep going down, boom, boom, boom. Customize league if you want to add in different teams like a Euro League team, but I highly suggest you don't, because when you play at home on a Euro team, for some odd reason they take the overseas, shall I say, I don't even know exactly, I just know they're overseas basically, you know what I mean. So basically the time limit is different from the NBA for some odd reason. Like it's like basically when you're checking the ball, like you're out of bounds, so you're checking inside the ball. Sometimes the game, well, in their league, their time keep on running. So I highly suggest not to do that. So you just pick a regular NBA team. So basically, me, I do 12-minute quarters. I explain that later why. I don't play every game. Trust me, that's too long. Got a life. So then you want to do this stuff right here. I say prospect, do that to auto. Lineup management, you can do the auto too. Trust me, you still can fix up your lineup and stuff like that and still do all that, but just let the coach do his job, because basically you're the owner of the team. So now you want to do Hall of Fame. Trust me, you need Hall of Fame. I'll explain that later on why Hall of Fame is important, especially with the 12 minutes. It just works well. All right, now for the settings, basically. Now, for simulated difficulty, you want to leave that at 50, because all this really does is just change the gameplay inside of the game. And 50-50 basically mean, whoever basically has the better team obviously has the better chance of winning the game. So, just leave that the same. Trade negotiation difficulty. Now, basically, you want to kind of put this up, probably like around let me see. Probably like around, I say 80. You want to put it at 80 because at the end of the day, you don't want the AI to be stupid. You want them to have somewhat of a brain, some common knowledge like you, instead of just giving you whatever player that you want. You want to make that a little bit more difficult. And the contract negotiation difficulty, you want to put that up to the 80. I know it may sound like a lot of high numbers right there, but it really just make the game a little bit more harder and more fun when you go in free agency and stuff like that. You do trades. And CPU, you want to put that at 82, man. I really feel like it should be at 80. I mean, that's a solid number, because you just, man, let's just be serious. You don't want to have a team that drafted, for example, drafted a player. It's an all-time great, one of a kind type player, and all of a sudden they just want to not re-sign them because of whatever money he offering. You want that CPU team to chase after their superstars as much as you would chase after your superstars. So you leave it at 80. And for the morale difficulty, I say I don't really like dealing with morale that much, but I still try to keep it a little realistic, so I leave it at 70. And I put the effects at 72. Certain players may feel a certain type of way about this. Could be about money, this could be about minutes, it could be about any stuff like that. So you want to have your players that have a little bit of personality when you're playing the game. So then with chemistry, I put that at 72. You want to leave it at 70 because, man, every player you get on the team, you don't want them to just work just because of their rating or because of a certain skill. You want them to work because they mesh together right. This is when certain stuff come into play. Like you may have, for example, you have a point guard. He's an offensive point guard. You got a scoring first point guard, and then you got a scoring first shooting guard. That can work, but it depends on how they score. Let's say, for example, your point guard loves to drive, and you have another shooting guard that loves to drive. I mean, see what I'm saying? It's just, it really don't really work out. It can work out, but you don't want two players just scoring the same exact type of way, because it just really don't make that sense. It's a simple logic on how to stop that. So chemistry is make the game much more funner. Trade frequency, sorry about that. You want to leave that at the same 50. Trades is coming. It happens all the time in the NBA. You want to leave it at 50, so don't really touch that one. Now, blockbuster trades. This one, I am not a big fan of leaving this at 50. Honestly, I leave this at 20%. The reason why I leave this at 20% is because, let's really think about it. How many players in the NBA really do blockbuster trades? Like, how many times will you see a player on LeBron or Carmelo type level get traded? So you want to leave that at a low percentage, because it's just not realistic. This tutorial is mainly all about making MyLeague realistic in the future, and I'll explain. All right, in the CPU injury frequency, you got leave that at 50. Injuries, don't touch. Do not bother those. Career injuries, all these injuries, 50-50. All right, draft class quality, you will want. This is very important. This is one of the main things you will want to get right. And at least anything, I know you may tweak other stuff that I do, but if you want to play a good league like mine that I love, it's entertaining, it's fun, you want to put this at 7%. Now, the reason why you want to put this at 7% is because, it's only 60 players that come in the league in, the first round and second round. 30 players get drafted the first round. Second round, 30 players get drafted. So basically, why would you want every player to be close to the same level? It doesn't have no value in your first round picks. You want to have your first round pick to have a lot of value. So basically, when you, let's say for example, the 2016 draft coming up, you looking at the mock draft, it's a nice draft. It's nice solid players. It's just a good draft. I mean, you got all across the board, point guard, shooting guard. You have great players coming out. These dudes have a potential of being a star in the league. Now, not every draft class would be like that. You may have a draft class, for example, like when Trey Burke came out. That was a weak draft, honestly. Trey Burke went number 1. If he was in this draft that just passed through, he probably went top 15 at least. Top 50. He wouldn't have been number 1 pick, basically what I'm trying to say. So the draft class quality, every year it changes, and certain superstars and one-of-a-kind players come out every other 10 or so years. So it's just more of a realistic thing. Just imagine in real life if we had 3 or 5 LeBrons in the league. Not realistic to me, not too entertaining. It's just not much of a realistic thing to me. So you want to leave that at 7%. Player progression rate, you want to leave at 50. Don't really touch the player progression rate. Just leave that at 50. Let them do their thing. If they get better or not, and plus you can have untapped potential, so this shouldn't really matter. And the in-season trade factor, you want to leave at 50. And the player non-financial ambition factor, basically you want to put this at 80. The reason why I say you put this at 80, because let's say, all right, a younger player, overall 85. He's coming up, for example, like Jimmy Butler. He want to cash out. He want to get the money. He's young. He want to get the money. He don't want to sign a long-term contract for any other, a weak team. For example, if he went to the Lakers, he probably would have signed a 2-year contract. So you just want to keep it realistic. And then let's say for an older player, for example, like David West that just went to the Spurs. He took the veteran minimum, and he declined. How much did he decline? Oh yeah, $12 million player option he did. Yeah, $12 million option. One of those, something like that. I just know it was a double digit. Sorry about that. Double digit. So basically, you want to avoid that. Now in the normalized play, the Sims, don't touch that. So basically, as of right now, as you can see, this is how your MyLeague setting should start. You should have franchise, custom up to you, season length. Keep it at 82 to be realistic. Playoffs, keep the same. Fantasy draft, I don't really touch that much at all. Customized league, I highly don't suggest, but if you really don't want to play with an NBA team, then you could go ahead and do that. And the trade log it on, trade deadline on. You want to keep all this stuff on. And basically, this is it right here, man. I mean, this is a solid lineup. And then, I'll make another video to show an example of my MyLeague, how it looks, and I'll show you the best players and stuff like that, so you can get a kind of an idea of what your league should look like and how realistic it should be. So basically that's it, man. If anything, if you like this video, just like it, share it, subscribe, man, and I will be making more tutorial videos soon to come. Peace.